Morning Britain. Boris Johnson says the country can ride out the Omicron wave, but some heart attack and stroke victims in the northeast may be told to make their own way to hospital. Want to give them the gift of COVID.
I should have done it.
Giving the gift. I mean, the thing is, Andrew, if you are in that state, ambulance to you, are you able to get yourself to hospital? Of course, into hospital, your taxi driver is the person you are relying on to look at isolation from when your lateral flow says that you are positive. You wouldn't need to burden down the PCR and the testing. It's now being used regularly by the Health Secretary, by the Prime Minister, asking more retired paramedics to come back to work. We know schools and the Education Secretary has asked for more retired teachers to come back to work. Don't we now need to build more capacity? And how do reporters know when someone has followed and unfollowed somebody on social media? And of course, you can kind of check follower lists, but these people have got every morning to check the follower lists of celebrities to see. Good morning, it has just gone 6 o'clock. Welcome to the programme. And I've just found out that this record number of Omicron cases also involves our very own Laura Tobin. I thought it was really impressive. It was people were doing vaccinations on Christmas Day. Gift of a booster on Christmas Day.
The gift of a booster to the rest of the community.
Amazing.
I drove through central London on Christmas Day and there were queues. There were queues of people getting... It's fascinating. It's just not... It's discombobulating, isn't it? It's just not...
Yesterday, Boris Johnson, of course, gave his 5 o'clock press conference and said we can ride out the Omicron variant. So a number of different things said yesterday, including the point about vaccinations. Boris Johnson did say and establish how many people are in ICU who are not vaccinated, and confirmed the majority are not vaccinated, 61%.
Of that, now, that 61% have not had a vaccine at all. There's a separate number, isn't there, for those that have had 2 vaccines and a booster? Yeah. Which is that around 90%?
So, well, I think we're going to cover all of that in this report, because the other rather disturbing thing this morning, a report in the Mirror that heart attack and stroke patients calling 999 in parts of northeast England are being asked to get a lift instead of waiting for an ambulance, because, of course, this staffing crisis threatens to cripple response times.
Yeah, an increasing number of hospital trusts are declaring critical incidents. But Boris Johnson will tell his cabinet today that Britain can, Susanna said there, ride out the Omicron wave without the need for another lockdown in England. Nick Dixon is...
Patients being asked, you know, could they get a lift in, is the situation in the Northeast Ambulance Trust.
Quite a statement, that, isn't it? Get a taxi because we haven't got an ambulance available.
Absolutely remarkable, because of course normally in that particular area they would normally expect to have an ambulance within 18 minutes, but they now might have to wait up to 2 hours. So of course you would rather get a lift into A&E, wouldn't you? You would, rather than wait that long.
Although it obviously depends on your condition, doesn't it? It often depends on what... Very often your care starts in the ambulance, doesn't it?
Absolutely right.
It's not going to start in an Uber.
No, exactly. But you would want your care to start as soon as possible, and if the taxi's going to get you to hospital in 20 minutes, then it's going to be quicker than 2 hours. OK, so that is our main news this morning. The Minister this morning... We missed out on the Minister yesterday. I mean, honestly, we start the new year yesterday morning, Vaccines Minister doing the rounds.
We tried.
We did try, so sorry to have missed you, Maggie Throop. But we're very glad that Gillian Keegan, who is the Care Minister, will be joining us at 8:30 this morning. That's our main news this morning. Here's Charlotte with the rest of
Pleasure.
First day back in the morning, Laura.
Excellent. Thank you, Laura. Still to come on Good Morning Britain. It's Judgment Day.
The news, travel and weather, where you are. See you in a moment. Limit PCR tests to those with symptoms, allowing those who are asymptomatic to return to work more quickly.
Yeah, what happens at...